Matching hundreds. It's a coach. You're set for Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago. Coming up, we'll see the visiting Arizona Cardinals taking on the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, the calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Leading the charge is the UCF product who hails from right there in the Orlando area in Altamont Springs, Blake Bortles.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a safety Ron Parker there to make the tackle. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
Let's take a look at tight end Austin Seferian-Jenkins, or ASJ as his friends and all announcers like to call him because it's a whole lot easier. Second tight end drafted in 2014, but production was really lacking until 2017 with the New York Jets. Had 50 catches, which was more in his 2+ combined years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
A second down carry for Booker. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And here are the offense. defensive starters for Arizona.
An electric force out of the backfield is Jay Ajayi, who made the most out of his midseason exit from Miami and acquisition by the Philadelphia Eagles. The leading rusher in the playoffs for the Eagles helped power them to a Super Bowl with his ability to see holes where people don't think they exist and turn them into long runs.
This is Richard, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. On 3rd down, Rivers. And Wilson has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now it's Ajayi. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Tackled by Jordan Willis. Time to look at the defensive starters for Green Bay. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
This is Ajayi, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They run with Ajayi. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
2nd down, Rivers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. From the gun, Rivers. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the...
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Packers. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A chance for us now to discuss Jay Ajayi. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss.
Jay Ajayi's going to go. The 40, past the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, look now at the defensive starters for the Cardinals. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On 2nd down, Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
And the kick by Butker is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rivers now on 2nd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And they'll run it here. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they run it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
Green 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Freeman. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's a good explosive run right there on the draw play, and in order for it to be successful, you've got to have some good faking going on and people having a nice little time clock in their head to understand how it all knits together. An offensive line really showing a pass set, that they're going to pass block, maybe to draw in those defensive linemen, have them come upfield, and then get past them, hand the ball off to the running back, and oftentimes he bypasses the guys headed for the quarterback, thinking they're going to get a sack, and gets himself into the secondary. And in this case,
and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Offense.
So that one will be accepted. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. 380.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
380.
Bortles now on 1st down. He goes underneath to Freeman. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Set. 380.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they put that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now a second down throw for Rivers. A quick throw, but incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Rivers now. And that is incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing is Bortles. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. But he's got it to Hearns. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play for the Pack on third. And even 60 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. This is Freeman. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it, pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 56 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun, Rivers. Looking sideline, incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Third and goal for Rivers. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Julius Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
On 1st down, Bortles. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time.
And Julius Thomas getting ready to go again. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rivers on first down. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back, 380! 380! Behind! Behind!
To throw again. Rivers. And Hill with it over the middle. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll throw again. Rivers. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Arizona. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
380! 380!
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Set! 380!
The first down throw here for Rivers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Set! 380!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Set! 380!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
380!
Rivers now on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set! 380!
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
380! 380!
Now a play fake. Bortles. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
380! 380!
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The veteran Terrence Newman on the coverage.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Green 80. Green 80.
On play action, now Bortles. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Green 80. Green 80.
Now Bortles again. Pass incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the third quarter in Tampa. And the Bucs having little problem in that one. They've just opened the lead a bit further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
180.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there. You see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but they can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
180.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
They run again with a jive. And still fighting. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know the game continues to evolve, and we have a lot of exotic stuff nowadays. I can't help it. I love a good old-fashioned draw play.
Who's typically fooled on defense on a play like that, a successful draw play?
Typically, it's the defensive line that's fooled because they're just pinning their ears back and going after the quarterback. And once they create some space and you get past them, you usually have a long way to go.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain. Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. They get 14 yards there at a first down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jay Ajayi, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this, and got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have. And right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning.
He's going to go. Albert Wilson, 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Bortles now on 1st down. On target over the middle of the hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got the 1st, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
He finds Coleman. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
The guilty party chants Warmack, the guard out of Alabama. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
380.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
380.
Now Bortles, gotta have this one. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in his zone. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Ready. 380.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further.
Holding, offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
380.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
380.
Again, it's Bortles. And he's got it to Hearns. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, he flew past 200, 300, and 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
Green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. On 1st down, Bortles. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Throwing now is Bortles. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Green 80. Green 80.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Green 80. Green 80.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.